Okay, Iwájú, Disney's collaboration with Kugali about Nigeria in the future. I was already going to watch this, but then my mom really recommended it, so that's where I come in. I am going to have to wipe off the tears of happiness from finally seeing Moongo and Devil Dinosaurs Season 2 finally released on the same day though. But anyway, Iwájú takes place in a futuristic Nigeria, where we follow a girl by the name of Tola, which is the name of a chocolate bar. How chocolatey, how odd. Well, anyway, on her 10th birthday, she receives a robotic lizard from her overworking dad who doesn't have a wife. Where is the mom? Where is the mom? Although, admittedly, episode 1 is rough around the edges, but episode 2 gets better. If there's one thing I can praise about this, it's the visuals. Not so much for the characters themselves. In fact, for the characters, I'd say that they look kind of odd. There's something about them that looks... There's just something that's off about the character designs, and I don't know what, but everything else looks absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. It's just so breathtaking, and they represented Nigeria very well. The humor, on the other hand, is not, which is weird because they have a lot of jokes that could potentially work, but is ruined by something. The voice acting delivery, or the animation, or even the timing. There's just something that turns a potentially funny thing into making me not laugh. And I feel bad because I desperately want to laugh. I also find it odd that if the cars can float as shown in the first episode, then why is there traffic? Why don't they all float? In one shot, we even see a few other cars floating, so why aren't they floating? It could save them hours and hours of traffic. I also find it weird that the sci-fi weapons like that laser thing look less like weapons and more like plastic toys you'd find at Toys R Us. Even though there isn't much to them, I can admire how charming the characters are. But the father being upset at the daughter for doing work still makes no sense. Yeah, I know the stranger danger, whatever, but why? Why? But also, how does doing work make you not mature? That doesn't make sense. Speaking of Moongo, this show sometimes does a thing that show does where they have a few different panels, and while I think it's executed better in that show, it leads to this show looking visually interesting and keeps it from being stale. Although the music is surprisingly generic, it's mostly atmospheric fluff that you usually find, which is weird because the credits are this bongo-like bongo, kinda like the Crash Bandicoot invisibility theme, and that short jingle you hear when the logo shows up. But that's all. Everything else is like what I said earlier. The lizard robot's voice was also kinda not fitting. A deeper voice probably would have suited better, but as it is, it kinda takes me out of it. I actually wish the villain was made a little more interesting. At first, it seems like they really were going in an interesting direction with him, but by the end, he just seems like another bad guy, which is a shame. But from episode 2 to episode 6, I know that's most of it, but still, it keeps getting better, and better for everything else. The fight scenes of the later episodes not included because generic. So yeah, overall this is a very charming, very enjoyable show filled with a lot of likable characters, even the father. Yeah, I love it. It needs more attention. Okay, bye. I'm going to Moon Go and Devil Dinosaur Season 2.